I'm assuming this is on, and it is on, yay! So, hello everyone, particularly the class of 2025. Welcome, welcome. I mean, this is really great. We couldn't do this last year. We do it this year, except we're all wearing these silly little things on our face, but what the heck, that's, you know, what we're doing, and it helps. So what's really nice about the class of 2025 coming here now is you know you're beginning an amazing journey. You're beginning a journey that will end up with you having a Doctor of Pharmacy degree and to be a real healthcare provider. And the only thing I can warn you about that is as you're training, you're going to get calls from your family, you know, saying, you know, you're the doctor. I got this thing, a rash on my hand. What should I do about that? Okay, just warning you, this is going to happen, okay? But don't worry, you're going to be mentored through this journey by an amazing faculty. And I think you realize that because you wouldn't have come here if there wasn't an amazing faculty. And the thing about the faculty is they're so dedicated to teaching, they will take care of you. And the thing that really meant a lot to me was last year when we had a visit from the accreditation team. You know, these are these nasty people who come around and decide whether you're good or bad. They said, we were so impressed with your school because it felt like family. And that's really what it is. It feels like family. And so I'd like all the faculty to stand up and be acknowledged. Okay, so one of the things that you probably have heard about this faculty is they're so dedicated to teaching that for the past 6 years, someone from our faculty has won a campus-wide teaching award. I mean, we're not talking about a teaching award from the school. Of course they've won that, but this is campus-wide. I mean, that's a remarkable 6 years in a row. That just tells you. One of the things that's going to happen, I'm sure, to you as you go through your training is you're going to say, well, I sort of came here with an idea of what I want to do in my career. And then halfway through, after your second year, you'll go, wait a second, I don't know if I want to do that. I might want to do something else. I mean, some of you have decided you want to be a staff pharmacist at a community pharmacy. Others of you, I'm sure, are thinking, I want to open my own pharmacy. I want to have an independent pharmacy. Some of you want to go work in corporate. Some of you want to go work with Pfizer. Some of you want to go into academia. And you'll change your mind. And that is okay, right? Because we are flexible. And we can provide you with training regardless of what you want to do, business, public health, regardless of where you want to go, research, we'll provide you with that kind of training. Flexibility is really important. And you'll find when you talk to your faculty and you talk to me that we're all examples of people who have changed their mind, okay? So this happens, and it shouldn't be something that you get scared of, okay? Now, I'm going to see you in several places. All of you in the class of 2025 will have lunch with me this year in groups of like 10 or 12. Now, I'm hoping that that's true, that you'll actually have lunch with me, like in person, okay? Meaning that there'll be lunch. And I think this is really important because I found that if there's a free lunch, the students always come, okay? Guarantee it. But it's a great opportunity for you to let me know how things are going. Is something you want to change? How are you feeling? Is there too much stress, too many classes, okay? So it's our chance to just sit together and talk. So that'll happen this year. And I'll also see you in the spring. I teach in the anatomy lab in the spring. I'll see you there. I'll have a mask on, but you do that anyway. I'll see you next year in your second year, giving a couple of lectures. I'll see you in your third year when you do C-tips. So it's not like I won't be around anymore and you'll miss me, okay? So we'll be very close, at least through your 3 years until you go off and you do your apprenticeships, which is really great too. And in terms of apprenticeships, I think it's really appropriate that our white coat speaker is Dr. James Colbert. He is really known for having a number of different hats. He's a clinical pharmacist, he's an educator, and he's nationally recognized as an expert in experiential education, which most of you understand is those clerkships you do in your third and particularly in your fourth year, okay? He's a product of the UC system, which is interesting. He went to Berkeley, he got his PharmD at UCSF, and then he did the right thing, he came here, okay? And while he was here, he won numerous awards as a teacher and as an educator. Awards not only from our school, but from the School of Medicine. I mean, he influenced people all over the place. He connected with the local community. He won awards for helping the local community get better health care. So I could go on, but it's just too many awards to count. He's really a special, special person. Now, he's particularly a special person to me because when I came here, he was our Associate Dean for Experiential Education. So actually, the white coat speaker for today is someone who was here, okay? He's now emeritus faculty, but that really doesn't matter. And aside from all of those things that he did, he also, for 10 years, was in the Army Reserve. Now, as an ex-Navy guy, I forgive him for that. But I know that he and I will never, ever watch the Army-Navy football game together, okay? That's perfectly okay. But anyway, without further ado, Dr. James Colbert.
Wow. Not sure who that masked man was that Dean McCarroll described. When I got the opportunity to be able to be here today, I was ecstatic for a number of reasons. First and foremost, I hadn't seen my colleagues, my faculty colleagues, in almost a couple of years now, most of them, even though we've done some Zoom things together. So I was really, really happy to be able to take the opportunity to do that. Secondly, this is the largest class I think that we've had with your group, so I was real curious to see what you all looked like. And my good friend and colleague, Dean Renu Singh, who now is the Associate Dean for Experiential Education, I'm very curious as to how she's going to be working with you, but if it's like anything else she does, it's going to be a piece of cake. So I think that you're in for a real treat with her. I want to thank the faculty and the staff, and of course Dean McCarroll for inviting me to spend this day with you. As I was driving in this afternoon, I was thinking about my association with University of California. It seems like I have a love affair with the University of California. And next year, I think, will mark my 50th anniversary as a part of the University of California family, 50 years. And initially, it started as an undergraduate, my undergraduate experience at Cal Berkeley. Go Bears! We have any Berkeley people out there?
Go Bears!
Go Bears! All right, excellent. I can always count on at least one of you being here. And then I went on to, as a professional and graduate student at UC San Francisco. Then I came down to San Diego as a pharmacist and a pharmacy administrator at the UCSD Medical Center. And finally, as a faculty member and pharmacy administrator here at the school. I know, some of you are thinking, well, gee, Dr. Colbert, didn't you do anything else other than UC? Well, yeah, a few other things actually. And, but that's for another time and discussion. We can talk about that later, but yeah, there were quite a few other things. And it's been quite a ride, my friends. And to paraphrase Dr. Skaggs, oh, the places that I have been during this time. We didn't have white coat ceremonies when I was a pharmacy student. The white coat symbolizes a number of things, but most importantly, it talks about your commitment to lifelong learning, teaching, and service to your communities. It also symbolizes hopes, dreams, and it sort of underscores the struggle that it took to get you to this point. We all need to be lifelong learners. We all need to make sure that our continued quest for learning is important for long-term success for people and organizations. Now, class of 2025, can you all stand up for a moment? Turn around facing the back of the room. I want you to give a hand of applause to all of the people who are here, who have supported you and who have been a part of your rock, so to speak. Okay, thank you. So what are you going to learn here at Skaggs? I'm sure all week long you've had some ideas of some of the things that you're going to learn, but I'm just going to drop a few other things on you while we're having the discussion. We're going to teach you the essential skills and knowledge and attitudes to become a pharmacist. We're going to continue working with you on sharpening your critical thinking skills. But more importantly, I think out of all of those things, we're probably going to help you with your dreams, and we're going to provide encouragement. I think that's some of the most important things that we do with you and your goals and where you'd like to go with your pharmacy life. The other thing that I think is equally important that we're going to do with you is we're going to teach you how to practice what I call Big P pharmacy. Anybody know what that is? I don't think so. I think the faculty does, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Big P pharmacy in a nutshell involves always putting the needs of the patient first. If you do that, you're going to be in the ballpark more often than not. I won't say a whole lot more about this because you got another 4 years to work with your faculty, and they're certainly going to talk to you about how to go about doing this in the best way. Your faculty has national and international reputations in their areas of specialty. Many of them will be assigned to you as advisors. Make use of your advisors. It is going to serve you well. Many of the advisor-advisee relationships go way beyond the time that you have here at Skaggs. Many of these students speak with the faculty on a regular basis, and some of them have been out of school for a number of years. When I started my career at UCSF, I thought I'd do a better job of utilizing the advisor system than I did at Berkeley as an undergrad. So in the first quarter, I scheduled an appointment with my assigned advisor, who was a biochemist at the time. To his surprise, we talked about relatively normal things. So, and he ended our session by saying, you know, this is so much different than I thought it was going to be. And so I asked him, well, what did you think it was going to be? Well, I thought we were going to talk about black things. And I said, really? So, you know, I didn't want to laugh because I didn't want to make him feel, you know, as if he had done something wrong. But certainly we didn't have a lot of conversations after that. My next advisor has been a lifelong friend and mentor. He currently is the dean of the School of Pharmacy at UCSF, and he's actually going to be retiring next year. The UC environment has changed, I think, tremendously in my almost 50-year association. In addition to the multitude of pharmacy-related acronyms that you'll learn in pharmacy school, there are others that have assumed a significant new importance. When I was in pharmacy school where you are now, no one really talked about diversity, and certainly didn't talk about it very much in higher education. In my pharmacy school class, the ratio of males to females was 2.5 to 1. So it looked drastically different than what you all do here. Much, much different. We didn't have discussions about equity, diversity, and inclusion. As you know from your earlier sessions this week, Skaggs now has an EDI committee. We didn't have discussions on equity, diversity, inclusion, and belonging. And lastly, due to tragic events in 2020 involving individuals such as George Floyd, the COVID pandemic, and continuing discussions on the topic of healthcare disparities, the discussion is now expanded to justice, equity, diversity, inclusion, and belonging. So a lot of different things going on in your time as opposed to mine. So I was asked to say a few things about what I thought the future of pharmacy might look like. And so this is what Nostradamus Colbert thinks. This is what he looks at the future when asked. First of all, I think the future is bright, and I think the future is good for you. You guys have come along at a good time. And the only thing that's going to limit you in terms of your success in the profession is your imaginations. Just a couple of things that I'd like to highlight in terms of my discussion. First of all, public health, and I think it was Dean McCarroll who mentioned a few things about public health. The pandemic has really shown some of the things that pharmacists can do when it comes to this particular topic. The profession has really gained not only state, local, and state recognition, but also national recognition. Governor Newsom, as well as President Biden, have mentioned the profession on numerous occasions in their discussion. So we'll do more of this in the future, and I think you'll probably have a much larger role in public health than my generation did. Personalized medicine. How many of you have heard about personalized medicine? Probably all of you. Okay. So in 2003, the Human Genome Project actually gave us the ability, for the first time, really for the first time, to read nature's complete genetic blueprint for building a human being. That's pretty heady stuff. With the continuing use of genomics and pharmacogenomics, I think there'll be very few one-size-fits-all medication opportunities. I think we'll go beyond that. And I think this process is going to mature more on your watch. Technology. And I'll talk about information technology first. When I was a young pharmacist here at UCSD back in the very early 80s, we had a computer pharmacist. He was one of a few in the United States. and the only one of the few on the West Coast. We had the only computer pharmacy residency in the West at that time. It has changed pretty drastically, and certainly as Dean Daniels can tell you, he has a whole crew of IT pharmacists who work for him now. It's very different. It's very different than it was then. Most large-scale health systems have this type of a setup. Artificial intelligence, artificial intelligence sometimes is the big boogeyman in the room when people are talking about things. And certainly in my generation, we tend to be somewhat fearful of artificial intelligence. I think that's going to be different with your generation. I think you're going to embrace the endless capabilities that it provides, and you're going to fear less the challenges that my generation has. Wellness. Pharmacists are actually becoming engaged in lifestyle modification discussions more and more in their practice models, and I have colleagues here who do that in their practice models. I think this is just the beginning, though, and that it's certainly going to mature much more in your generation. Somebody said many years ago that the problem of American culture is that it's not good for Americans. And I think there's ample evidence to support that. Americans can have access to as many excesses that they can possibly think of, and not all of them work in our best interests. I read a recent article in the Atlantic Journal entitled, "Why Americans Die So Much." And it's a really, really interesting article, and I really suggest that if you have an opportunity to look it up. And essentially it looks at the rates and the causes of death and lifetime expectancy between the U.S. and other wealthy nations on earth. The U.S. is behind most, if not all, peer countries, despite being the world's wealthiest country. Your generation of pharmacists, I think, are going to work on this issue much, much more. And lastly, if you really want to know about the future, talk to your peers. I only remember one thing from my orientation as a Berkeley freshman many years ago. The chancellor was up in front of us, and he said, "Look to your left and look to your right. 2 of the 3 of you will not be here by the end of the year." Very encouraging stuff, right? It's like, it just made you feel real comfortable about that. So, class of 2025, I want you to stand up again. I want you to look to your left, and I want you to look to your right. I want you to look behind you. I want you to look in front of you. If you really want to know what the future of depression is going to be, talk to these people. The future is going to be in their hands and also in their dreams. May not see it right away, but give it about another 5 or 10 years, and your peers and colleagues will be doing some amazing things, which will be known of as the future. Thank you. Go ahead and sit down. Lastly, just to add on to this, do you think we'll actually see pharmacists in space someday? Why not? I do. Did you know we had pharmacists actually who provide pharmaceutical care at NASA? Been doing this for quite a while. No doubt that pharmacists in space will be something that just around the corner. Just a thought. I'd like to end our session with a few thoughts from Mark Twain, who's one of my favorites. As many of you know, Twain was arguably one of the most influential voices in American literature in the latter part of the 19th century and the first decade of the 20th century. Many of you are familiar with Twain because of novels such as The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. But Twain was actually a man of many opinions and frequently opined on topics such as lies, the weather, and the future. Many of you have heard the one on lies. I know a number of the faculty has. In which he says there are 3 types of lies. There's lies, there's damned lies, and statistics. Thank you very much, faculty. I guess you've been bad-mouthed enough about that one. He also had some thoughts about the weather. And I know I have a number of colleagues here who also did time up in San Francisco. And he said, the coldest winter I ever experienced was a summer in San Francisco, which is really, really true. Having, as you know, been a UCSF grad and also lived in San Francisco and spent my share of cold summers there. I want to leave you with these last words from Twain, which I think are applicable to this occasion. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones that you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, and catch the trade winds in your sails. Explore, dream, and discover. Again, welcome to Skaggs. Welcome to the profession of pharmacy. Welcome to the big time, young doctors. Swing for the fences, swing for the fences. Thank you very much.
So now it's my pleasure to invite Amy Leung up, who is our ASP president, and that means a lot.
Hi, good evening. On behalf of all the students, staff, and faculty at the UC San Diego Skaggs School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences, I would like to extend the warmest congratulations and welcome to the class of 2025 and all their friends and family that are attending today's ceremony. So my name is Amy Leung, and I am a current P3 student in the class of 2023, and I'm also the ASP president, which is the Association of Student Pharmacists. First and foremost, I'd like to again congratulate you guys for being here. It is a huge accomplishment, and the journey to this special ceremony, I'm sure wasn't an easy one, but your hard work, your dedication, and your resilience brought you here today. It's a huge accomplishment and honor. Today, as you receive your white coats, not only does it signify your own personal goals and aspirations, but it also represents your role into helping something that's larger than yourself, the patients that would look up to you for your guidance. From this day on, you are no longer only learning for yourself, but you are learning for those patients. 2 years ago, I was sitting in those same seats. To this day, it just feels like it was just yesterday, and I remember all those thoughts and emotions that ran through my mind. I remember initially thinking, okay, don't trip. I was wearing heels, not good at that, so don't trip, just one arm in, one arm in the next, you got this. And then I thought, oh my God, it's finally happening, I'm finally here. And then I thought, oh my God, it's happening. But then there were those speeches, those words of wisdom and reassurance that esteemed professionals like the ones today had. I felt empowered. I was ready for my white coat and ready to become that amazing pharmacist that I've always dreamed of being. But this is just the first steps. I didn't have to be that person that day, and neither do you. You have all 4 years to build those skills and become the person that you've always dreamed of being. And Skaggs and all the staff and faculty will be there right beside you. To this day, every time I wear my white coat, I am reminded of the commitment that I made that day. To never lose sight of my personal goals and aspirations, even when times are tough. To go that extra mile when giving the patient optimal care, and to be the best version of myself, not others. I'll be honest, my journey in pharmacy school thus far hasn't been an easy one. I can't even begin to count all those hours that I've spent studying on exams, volunteering for outreaches, immersing myself in the student organizations, and participating in extracurriculars. Sometimes I just wish that there was more than 24 hours a day, to be honest. And yes, I've been overwhelmed, and yes, I've been stressed. But don't let me scare you. It's something that I cherish very deeply and hold very closely to my heart. I wouldn't trade it for anything. So, look around you. The amazing staff and faculty that are to the side, your classmates that are just right beside you, right behind you, and all of those friends and family that are right behind you. All of those are your rock. They're there to support you all through these next 4 years and into your future careers. Here at Skaggs, we're a family. You will have a huge support system, and you'll get through it. You'll thrive here at Skaggs. But before I let you go, I would like to share some advice. First, be adaptable. Pharmacy can feel like balancing study, sleep, eat. When things disrupt the flow, whether it be a career opportunity that fell through or an entire pandemic that changes your entire way of learning, just don't lose sight of the larger picture. Be ready for the change in whatever form, in whatever pace that comes at you, and this skill will take you far beyond just Skaggs. Second, be open-minded. You will find that there's a huge abundance of opportunities here at Skaggs. Don't close any doors that you haven't even opened. You never really know what you like or what you don't like until you try it. Take that from me. If you don't get the position you wanted, don't fret. There's plenty more. Take a stab at something else and you might end up really liking it. And lastly, be forgiving. Try your best and give it your all. Don't be too hard on yourself and don't compare yourself. You might not get all the honors you want, you might not get all the positions you want, but you did your best, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters and all the reason that you should be immensely proud of yourselves. So, I encourage you all to remember this excitement, this passion that you're holding on to this very moment, and carry it on with you for the next 4 years. All of us here at Skaggs cannot wait to see the great things that you will do here in the next 4 years. Again, from the entire Skaggs student body and staff and faculty, congratulations and welcome class of 2025. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. So happy to see you. My name is Candace Morello, and I'm the Associate Dean for Student Affairs at this beautiful school. We are so thrilled to welcome the class of 2025 into our family. Have you noticed, class, the threads and the themes we talked about during orientation? You're hearing them more from just me? Yes. All of it's true, I promise you. So welcome, everybody. Thank you, family, significant others, our faculty, staff, all of our guests today. I want to let you know we've had a wonderful time at orientation this week. They are probably information and alphabet soup overloaded. We talked about pies. We talked about cakes. We will talk about both of those every year at orientation because we got to find that balance. And so just thank you, everybody. To the families, thank you for trusting us to have your students at our school. We will take very good care of them. We only have their very best interests in mind. So we're thrilled to invite you to the family. Families, speaking of that, do you want to hear a little bit about the class of 2025? Yeah? Okay. We have 73 members of student pharmacists in the class of 2025. They were hand-selected specifically in a very competitive applicant pool. Now, Dr. Holbert talked about how the male-female ratio he was in school. Okay. It was essentially the same when I was in school, okay? There was not nearly as many women. However, listen to this. This class has 3/4 women and 1/4 men. Their average age is 22 with the range of 20 to 30 years old. Think about that, 20 to 30 years old. That's pretty darn good. Most of our graduates have bachelor's degrees. 8 of them will have their degree after this year when they complete the very unique bachelor's program. It's a BS PharmD 7-year program that UCSD offers. So we're really excited to be able to have them in our program, and they'll get their BS next year. I'll announce who they are. We have a total of 9 BS PharmD students in our program. One already has her bachelor's. These guys are smart. Average GPA, and you know what? I say that every year. And you know why? I haven't had to change my GPA in years. Average GPA, 3.6, very strong. You'll learn where they graduated once I call their names. So, are we ready to begin donning your white coats? Okay. All right, we're going to begin. Abidad graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, San Diego. Abidad. Safa Al-Garbi graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, San Diego. Nancy Babalos graduated with a bachelor's from San Diego State University. Shayra Bilal graduated with a bachelor's from Kalamazoo College. Chatter. Cassidy Ballard graduated with the bachelor's from Holy Names University. Jessica Bernal graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Davis. Aggie. Anurag Chanan graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Davis. Kyle Choi graduated with the bachelor's from the University of California, Riverside. Perfect. Caitlin Cornell graduated with a bachelor's from California State Polytechnic, University, Pomona. Amy Cruz graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Los Angeles. Claire Davis graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Riverside. Kim Din graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, San Diego. Brenna Dooley graduated with a bachelor's from Northeastern Illinois University. Jacob Felderman graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, San Diego. I call him the tall guy. Everybody's tall to me, but he's the tall guy. Michael God graduated with the bachelor's from the University of California, Irvine. Caitlin Gap graduated with the bachelor's from the University of California, Irvine. Larsa Garo graduated with the bachelor's from San Diego State University. Paulina Guevara graduated with the bachelor's from the University of California, San Diego. Sophia Ho graduated with the bachelor's from the University of California, you guessed it, San Diego. Xiaoying Huang graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Berkeley. I've missed you, James. Julie Huynh graduated with a bachelor's as part of the 7-year BS PharmD program from the University of California, San Diego. Courtney Jane graduated with the bachelor's from the University of California, San Diego. Taylor Jung graduated with a bachelor's from Occidental College. Rebecca Kim will graduate with a bachelor's as part of the 7-year BS PharmD program from the University of California, San Diego. Mayuri Kirahendige will graduate with a bachelor's as part of the 7-year BS PharmD San Diego program at UC San Diego. Mariam Coriel graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Santa Barbara. Catherine Liu graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Los Angeles. Jeffrey Liu graduated from University of California, Riverside with his bachelor's. Richard Ma graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, San Diego. Megan Mack will graduate with a bachelor's as part of the 7-year BS PharmD program from the University of California, San Diego. Melody Matty graduated with a bachelor's from San Diego State University. Anthony Mba graduated with a bachelor's from Oregon State University. Here, help him pull it down. Yeah. Chidera Mbaunu graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Riverside. Bailey McCann graduated with a bachelor's from Creighton University. Alexis Mercado graduated with a bachelor's from Sonoma State University. Paige Morgan graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Davis. Kimberly No graduated with a bachelor's from California State University, Long Beach. Dawn Wynn graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Davis. Yang Nguyen graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Irvine. Jenny Nguyen graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Irvine. Liliana Nguyen will graduate next year with a bachelor's as part of the 7-year BS PharmD program from the University of California, San Diego. Megan Nguyen graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, San Diego. Michelle Nguyen graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Davis. Can you tell I went to Davis? More Davises than Berkeley's, just saying. I know. Thap Nguyen graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Davis. Teresa Nguyen graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, San Diego. Ngozi Okoroma graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Irvine. Yuri Park graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Berkeley. Michelle Fung graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Irvine. Richard Pina graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Riverside. Caitlin Reyes will graduate with a bachelor's as part of the 7-year BS PharmD program from the University of California, San Diego. Amanda Ree graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, San Diego. Grace Riggs graduated with a bachelor's from Loyola Marymount University. Daisy Rodriguez graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Los Angeles. Yuka Roxas graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Irvine. Jordania Ruiz graduated with a bachelor's from San Diego Christian College. Samantha Russo graduated with the bachelor's from Point Loma Nazarene University. Nicole Simano graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, San Diego. Lavon Shanazarian graduated with the bachelor's from the University of California, Santa Cruz. Myrna Shamami graduated with the bachelor's from the University of California, San Diego. Emily Shea Otto graduated with the bachelor's as part of the 7-year BS PharmD program from the University of California, San Diego. Paul Cemento graduated with the bachelor's from the University of California, San Diego. Emery Ta graduated with the bachelor's for the University of California, Santa Barbara. Jasmine Tran graduated with the bachelor's from the University of California, Riverside. Michelle Tran graduated with a bachelor's from the University of California, Irvine. Darren Trug will graduate with the bachelor's as part of the 7-year BS PharmD program from the University of California, San Diego. Brooklyn Valdez graduated with the bachelor's from California State University, Long Beach. Christine Vong graduated with the bachelor's from the University of California, San Diego. Yue Wong will graduate with the bachelor's as part of the 7-year BS PharmD program from the University of California, San Diego. Derek Way graduated with the bachelor's from the University of California, San Diego. Cadence Wong graduated with the bachelor's from the University of California, Los Angeles. Sherman Wong graduated with the bachelor's from the University of California, Santa Barbara. William Zhu graduated with the bachelor's from the University of California, Irvine. Fanar Zora graduated with the bachelor's from San Diego State University. All right, there's one name. Hey, you make a mistake, you gotta fix it, own up, right? So I wanna correct one name. My very first student back there is probably hidden behind all those white coats. Dalal Abiyad and your family, welcome. To the class of 2025, congratulations. Okay, next we are going to read the oath of a pharmacist. Is there anybody who needs one? I'm sure you all were amazing and picked one up. Outstanding. All right, here we go. I'm going to start you off. I promise welcome to the profession, class of 2025. Please remain standing just where you are for Dr. Dean McCarro's closing remarks.
Don't worry, I'll make them short so you don't have to stand up forever, okay? So it's the end of our program, but I just want to extend my congratulations to all of you and my welcome to all of you. I think you're really going to enjoy your time here, and I look forward to interacting with all of you, class of 2025.
So next we're going to get a picture of the class of 2025 in their white coats with the deans, and then everybody will exit out with them, and you guys are going to take a picture on the grass outside so we can have masks off.